Ooh, welcome everyone to the Daily Juice Podcast. I'm your host, Sean, Stacking the Money Green. Give me a follow on Twitter at Sean T. Green. And as always, the juice is being brought to you by BetMGM. Use a promo code JUICE and a $10 wager turns into $200 if either team scores a touchdown. That's good for college and pro football. Restrictions apply. All right, college football Saturday coming up. Coming off a college football Friday night where I went 2-0, up a nice, what does it call it, 3.6 something units of profit. Last 11 shows, I'm up 16 and a half units. Now, if I was a tout, I would say come check out my Mega Whale plays, subscribe to my premium plays. But again, this is the juice. We're having fun, and we're giving out all these plays for free. And let's have ourselves a college football Saturday. I did not give out the Philadelphia Phillies, although shout out to the Phils. Got a nice win against the Cards there. Things got a little dicey. Top of the ninth, they pulled it out. Shout out to the Fightins, although... Again, out in Arizona, Phoenix for the Eagles Cards game, hanging out with my buddies from high school. We actually host an Eagles podcast, Die Hard Eagles 52 on Twitter, and just the Die Hard Eagles pod. And we ran into a Philadelphia Phillies legend. That's right, a Philadelphia Phillies legend. I'm going to pull up the photo of this legend. There he is. That's right, the guy who got the Philadelphia Philly Fanatic tattooed on his stomach. If you have never seen this photo, it's amazing. Guy has a ton of great Philly sports tattoos. And the Fanatic's nose is essentially surrounding his belly button. It's really amazing work. His body is just all Philly sports tattoos. It is amazing. Guy showing off his incredible physique. He could probably use a Brandon Ayuk jersey. That's right. Go to youtube.com/bettingpros, subscribe, and comment on this video. And you're automatically entered to win a chance at the Brandon Ayuk jersey, courtesy of our good buddies over at Pristine Auction. Shout out to that guy. If he's listened to the show somehow, hit me up, dude. I'll buy you a beer because that is an amazing, amazing tattoo. All right, got 3 college football plays for the slate. If you missed episode before, last night's episode, I made the case that I'm already on Kansas +7 for 2 units. So if you want to check out that handicap, feel free to hop back, catch that other episode. But on top of Kansas, I'm going to add BYU +4, -110 versus Notre Dame. Neutral field here in Las Vegas. You can get the +4 over at Caesars right now for 2 units. I just don't believe in Notre Dame yet, which is as a man who's cried at the movie Rudy. I know it's blasphemy to say I don't believe in Notre Dame, but I just don't believe in this team yet. I know I faded them when they played UNC, but I still don't believe it. To me, that was more about UNC just not showing up at all than it was about Notre Dame. BYU, they don't turn the ball over. They've only thrown 1 interception this season. Notre Dame, they've only forced 1 turnover, 1 interception. That could be a theme here for today's episode. And this BYU team, I was high on them coming into the season, and I thought they've had a really good season, with the exception of the loss against Oregon in Oregon. And again, that was a horrible spot. I'm pretty sure we were on Oregon there as well. BYU just looks like a really, really solid team, top to bottom, well-rounded, pretty decent line play, and I think they can keep it up, and I think they're going to get – I really like the +4. Maybe they end up in a round robin, hint, hint, on the money line. Cougars don't turn the ball over. They have a very good secondary. I just think they're a tough matchup for Notre Dame, and this is a neutral field. Give me BYU +4. I just think if you handicap this any sort of power rankings, how are you coming up with BYU catching 4? It's just got to be the national sentiment for Notre Dame. And Notre Dame just has a lot of questions. Like I just don't think they're completely okay quite yet. Red River Shootout. Got to give a play on this. College football staple. Texas versus Oklahoma. You can get +8.5 over on WinBet for 2 units. I know Oklahoma hasn't looked great past couple games, and obviously they lost by a ton, 55-24 over TCU, where they allowed 307 passing yards, 361 rushing yards. Oklahoma probably looking ahead to this game. I don't think Dylan Gabriel is going to start, but I think they have a pretty good quarterback room. And I think I got to imagine Oklahoma wasn't planning on having Dylan Gabriel for this game. So they were already getting the backups ready. Rivalry game, give me a 2-score dog in a rivalry game any day of the week. And Texas, for me, also still has a ton of questions. It looks like Quinn Ewers will be back for this game. I know he looked good there against Alabama in limited work, but again, that we just haven't seen a ton out of Quinn Ewers left for him to be an 8.5-point favorite in a rivalry game like this. I think it's a big spot. And again, hasn't played in a while. I think he could be a little bit rusty coming back, and that gives Oklahoma a chance to maybe control this game, get their running game going. I think that could be a tough matchup for Texas. Oklahoma's averaging 5.2 yards per carry. They really control the pace. And last but not least, turnovers. Texas has only created 2 so far this season. So give me Oklahoma plus 8.5. I got so lost in my touting and the Phillies, I forgot to recap the actual picks where I went 2-0. I had Rutgers +3 last night. They lost 14-13, but they covered the +3 against Nebraska. I mean, probably should have won outright. I mean, if you're up 13-0 at half at home, what are you doing? And Rutgers defense is really good. Obviously, their offense is not. Felt like the +3 was the way to go. Almost got cute and gave out the money line. So fortunate a break there for myself and anyone who tailed. San Jose State, though, they just destroyed UNLV. This game was never in doubt. San Jose State won 40-7, and that was a nice cruise there. So as I mentioned earlier, when I was going nuts, touting being up 3.65 whatever units, and my little 11 show run, 16.5 units. Kind of forgot to actually recap the plays. All right, last but not least, 1 unit. Money line round robin. Of course, we're going on the Jayhawks rock chalk. Of course, we're going to take the Oklahoma Sooners. And of course, we're going to take BYU. I mean, BYU to me, again, I think the wrong team's favored in that game. I think they're going to be a live dog in Las Vegas. Kansas, them continuing a miracle run by shocking TCU. Would it be that shocking? Maybe a little shocking, but love the price, love them as a home dog. And then Oklahoma, it's a rivalry game. It's 8.5 points. We see this so many times where the backup quarterback comes in, they get a little bit of mojo, and they're off to the races. So I love these 3 dogs. I love how we have another Saturday slate chock full of college football dogs. And again, round robin money line parlay. Essentially 3 2-team parlays and then 1 3-team parlay, quarter unit on each of those 4 bets. Happy to talk round robins. I know D Dizzy in the Betting Pros Discord, he is also a round robin fan and gives out a ton of great picks. Bettingpros.com/chat. There's a ton of sharp guys in there. And again, if you got some plays, hop in the Daily Juice channel, tag me. I'm always looking for free tips, free action. Let's go, baby. To recap, we have that round robin. I also have Kansas +7. I gave that out on last night's show. Feel free to go back and check that one out. Oklahoma +8.5 over on WinBet. The Oklahoma plays 2 units. The Kansas plays 2 units. And then BYU +4 is also 2 units. You can catch that over on Caesars. Hey, man. NFL Sunday tomorrow's show, all National Football League. So football is just honestly the best time in life, right? Watching football all day Saturday, all day Sunday, Monday, Thursday. Well, Thursday was a bit of a disappointment, but hey, that's why we have gambling. That's why we have betting. Speaking of betting, BetMGM. Use our promo code JUICE, bet $10, get $200 if either team scores a touchdown. Follow us on TikTok at Betting Pros. Follow me on Twitter at Sean T. Green. Check out my other show, Sports Gambling Podcast. It's just, literally talking about sports gambling, much like this show, Sports Gambling Podcast. You know what to do. Subscribe, rate, and review. And as always, don't forget to let it ride.